All right, guys, by special request, I was talking to a friend who asked me to do a short video and explanation. However, I don't think that there's going to be a short video and explanation because I'm not wired for short, brief explanations. So we're going to talk about the coronavirus, and we're going to talk about 7 degrees of separation, and we are going to talk about how it is impossible to contain a virus and it is impossible to treat a virus. And we're going to talk a little bit about the dozen videos that I watched over the last 48 hours in order to understand the coronavirus, the symptoms, and what to look for. Good morning. Welcome to Princess Ninja and Keto. My name is Melanie. Welcome to the sunshiny state of Florida where it is 61 degrees at 6:36 a.m. Now, normally Monday through Friday, I show you what I'm eating for lunch, and today it's really basic. I made my scrambled egg mix that I make every single morning, and I have 8 ounces of grass-fed beef that I've kind of fried up like a hamburger patty, so that's pretty cool. It's actually a great luncheon. I brought some Londo Life chicken bone broth. Why did that take so long to get out of my mouth? This morning I used an entire full scoop of the vanilla collagen only because I am loving the way my skin looks. I'm loving the way my skin feels. I'm loving how hard my fingernails are getting. Now, I have been diligently using, because before I was using collagen, but I would like, oh yeah, I got to remember to put collagen, and I might do it once or twice a week. You're not going to see the effects from that. Most of the effects will be seen after 30 days of consistent use and longer. And I've just got to tell you guys, I mean, I'm 50, right? I'm 50. I was a smoker for 20 years. I did a lot of damage to my skin. And I've lost a lot of weight. So I'm going to have some crepiness in my chest. I'm going to have some crepiness, but I am noticing a difference in the texture of my skin. I'm definitely noticing a thickness in my hair. My hair seems to be growing much faster. I'm definitely noticing that the normal, very pliable fingernails that I have are getting harder and harder all the time. So I believe that I'm starting to see some of the benefits because I've been habitually using it now for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I saw Keto Mama talking about the preferred elements Keyto vanilla collagen, and I ordered some, but I'm really super excited because I've got some keto products coming, and I've got chocolate and I've got salted caramel, so I can't wait to try those. I'm going to continue using collagen in my regimen. Okay, so I am totally out of ketosis. So either the pork rinds that I ate yesterday, the pork cracklins, or the wings have kicked me out. I'm thinking it was a combination of both. That's probably why I was super hungry yesterday. It's probably why I was having sweet cravings yesterday. It's probably why I was snacky. So today I'm going to try to fast as long as I can. I mean, I do have a scoop of collagen. I have 2 tablespoons of keto creamer, but I'm getting ready to go walking today, and we're going to talk about the coronavirus. So there's that. Okay, so I had a friend of mine. When I was explaining to her the 7 degrees of separation, I'm like, if you and your husband or you and your significant other both have a job, and each one of you have 10 employees that you're in direct contact with, and let's say that out of those 10 employees, 5 of them have 1 child, right? And that child is in the public school system or even private school system where they're exposed to 40 children that all have 1 parent at least. So indirectly, you can be exposed to 10 people and be exposed to 300 people And I think that the media is being highly irresponsible at this point, invoking a state of panic. I think that states are being highly irresponsible, shutting everything down, closing all public events. They're going into this kind of state of panic, which is then panicking the public, because people are like, oh my gosh, if they're closing down, then that means this must be real. This must be, of course it's real. But it's no different than any time a new flu strand comes out. When they first came out with the coronavirus, they said that the mortality rate was 3%, which is very high for just a virus, right? That's a high mortality rate for a virus, because the flu, the seasonal flu, only has like a 0.3, not even 1%. So when they found this virus and they're like, oh my gosh, it's got a 3 to 5% mortality rate, that was a big deal. And it was plastered everywhere, right? So the CDC, now that they have enough of a sample of people who they've tested positive, they're now finding that the mortality rate is 1%. Which does in fact make it 10 times more lethal than the average seasonal flu. However, instead of the media saying, oh, the coronavirus is not as fatal as we once thought, they posted what? Coronavirus 10 times more lethal than the average flu. You know, it's a scare tactic. It's panic. Use common sense, right? This flu or this virus is contagious 3 to 5 days before you ever have your first symptom. So chances are, if all of a sudden during the day you start developing a cough, you start developing a high fever, chances are anyone that you've come into contact that day already has been exposed, right? If you've been within 6 feet, if you've worked in you've shared the same workspace, you've sat at their desk, whatever, that you lived in their house, they've drank out of your drink, whatever the case may be, the chances are that if you develop a fever tonight, you've exposed everyone you've come into contact today. And then they, of course, have exposed everyone that they've come into contact. They're talking about some states enacting martial law. Do you understand how serious this is getting? The panic that they're inciting. There are people out there that have phobias about things like this. There are people that are preppers that believe the end of the world is coming any minute now, that are looking at this as a sign. They are creating absolute fear and panic in the public. Wash your hands. Keep a good lotion, a good moisturizer on your hands, because if you're washing your hands frequently, you're stripping your hands of the natural oils that protect you from the little microscopic tears, cuts in your flesh. Make sure that you are getting some sleep, because we all know that the immune system is stronger when you get more sleep. Make sure you're taking supplements like vitamin C, zinc, echinacea, all of those things that help build your immune system. Be very aware of how you're feeling. Take an extra multivitamin. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. And remember that one of the biggest things is dehydration. They say that this flu or this virus hits with a very high fever for 8 to 24 hours. It's going to be incredibly important for you to keep your electrolytes up. Sodium, magnesium, and potassium. For those of you who aren't doing or following a ketogenic protocol, get yourself some Gatorade, Powerade. Just make sure you have a couple of bottles of that. Smart water, whatever it is that you need to do for your health. For those of you that are keto, make sure that you have some kind of electrolyte replenisher on hand, just in case you do get it. So if for nothing else, you can keep up your electrolytes and keep hydrated. So those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on the coronavirus. I think they're blowing it way out of proportion. Am I sad that people have died from this? Absolutely. Absolutely. But do I understand realistically how viruses work? And what normally happens every season with the flu? And what happens with the common everyday cold in people with pulmonary diseases? Yep. So do I think it's something to worry, panic about? Absolutely not. Just be careful. Use good hygiene practices. Try to stay away from people who are coughing, sick, or appear to be sick. Wash your anything that can't be sealed at the grocery store. Wash it. Keep yourself some Clorox wipes on hands. Keep your hands well moisturized so that you don't dry them out and get cracks and then expose yourself directly. Don't let people drink out of your drink, including small people that call you mom or dad. That's my advice. Y'all be safe and definitely pray. Definitely pray. That was actually the most important. Save the best for last. Keep praying. All right, guys, I'm super curious to see if I'm back in ketosis. So you guys know that yesterday I had those Publix wings, and I also had those pork cracklins, and they kicked me out of ketosis. So I just use these little alcohol wipes. They kicked me out of ketosis, so let's see what's happening today. This is ketones. That is perfect. I'm happy with those numbers. My husband only likes lean cuts of beef. He does not like any fat whatsoever. So I, my friends, have cooked up these two beautiful 7-ounce ribeyes. Look at that. I like my steak medium rare. Do not judge me. Do not judge me. I'm just topping it off with just a little teaspoon of Kerrygold salted butter. And let me show you what I got going on for my husband. All right, so my husband absolutely loves these bacon wrapped tenderloins. That's what I got going on for him. So I came home today and my neighbor has been busy cutting trees. I'm telling you, she probably had maybe 20 trees removed before you could not see the road from the house, which is kind of crazy. Now you can. I don't know if I like that or not. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. That's a beautiful piece of property right there. But I loved having the trees. I loved having the trees not only because they provided a windbreak during hurricanes, but they provided privacy because you could not see the road here. It's also going to make it a little louder on this side of the house. And what's crazy is she cut all those trees, but she left the dead, huge pine tree that leans this way. So when that thing goes, it's landing right there. It's landing literally right here. It's going to take out our garage. So I don't understand why she had all of these beautiful water oaks taken down and left the dead pine tree. I don't understand. Guys, I'm going to make this super fast because this video is already very long. Today I consumed 1,866 calories, 140 grams of protein, 152 grams of fat, 1.5 total carbohydrates, 4,200 milligrams of sodium, 2378 potassium, 581 magnesium, and 80 ounces of water. I am now at 68 days binge free with a 90-day record to beat. Now my weight went way up. So I'm up like a full pound, but from Sunday's weigh-in, I'm up 2.7 pounds. But let me turn this camera around to say goodnight to you, and I will explain why I believe that. All right, so I'm pretty sure it was the pork cracklins. I'm 99.9% sure. I was completely out of ketosis this morning. As I think I mentioned earlier today in my video, I may or may not have. But as you can see, I'm back in ketosis. The hunger cravings are subsiding, but I ate a lot of calories today. That would explain a lot. All of my sisters in Christ, all of my keto fam, please go show Joni some mad love. She's wearing a heart monitor for the next, I think she said 30 days. She has to go have a procedure where they actually look at her heart through a scope down her throat. She still has to be put under for that. Anytime someone gets put under, that's pretty dangerous. So let's all lift her up in prayer. And Jesus Christ, we, in your name, we ask that you give Joni's doctors, Joni's surgeons, Joni's cardiologist, Joni's neurologist, the power, the strength, the glory, and the wisdom to diagnose her and make her better. And Joni, pray that God opens some doors and makes this an opportunity for you to do his good. You know, turn your face to the Lord and ask for help. He'll help you. He will. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow with another daily vlog. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Stay healthy, my friends. I'll see you tomorrow with another daily vlog. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the coronavirus bite.